Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to Kingdom Gaming. I'm TK. I'm here with Brady. We're going to play a draft game and we're going to talk about who we think is going to be an NFL future Hall of Famer for all 32 teams. Hopefully you guys enjoy.
I took 16, he took 16, and we did it a little differently. I believe I took a player and compared him to someone in the Hall of Fame, and what did you do?
I took players, I talked about their stats, I thought about reasons why they would make it into the Hall of Fame.
So yeah, get some variety here, and yeah, that's basically all, and enjoy the video, guys.
Alright guys, so I just finished my draft. This is my team. You can see some players I got. I got a couple 98s on my team. Here's the defense.
Overall.
I'm a 90 overall. This is the defense.
Same.
Brady finished drafting his team, so we're gonna get into the game right now.
Alright guys, while we're loading up, I just kind of wanted to, show some appreciation. A YouTuber with, quite a bit of clout commented on one of our videos. His name's Lispy Leaf. I'm sure you guys have heard of him. If you somehow haven't heard of him, make sure to go check him out. Give him a subscribe. Turn on noties, obviously, like the videos. Yeah, just thanks for showing the support, man. That meant a lot to us when we saw the comment.
Alright guys, so to kick off this Hall of Fame list, we're starting with the Cardinals. Obviously my pick was Larry Legend. You can't do a Hall of Fame list and not talk about Larry Fitzgerald. I don't even think I really need to explain that one. He's third on the all-time receiving list. He's like 400 yards away from second. I think he'll break that this season. He's for sure a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, and I'm never going to forget what he did to the Packers in the playoffs after Rodgers somehow made a 4th and 20 first down and then threw a touchdown to tie it. And then, of course, Larry had ruined my whole year. Screw you, Larry.
Great players make great plays, and he's one of them.
Yeah. But anyways, I'm starting out with the Atlanta Falcons. On my list, another receiver, I think Julio Jones, man. He's a great receiver.
He's a great receiver. Definitely top 3 in the game right now. Pretty much no matter who you're asking.
My comparison to Julio Jones to a receiver that's already in the Hall of Fame, I think it's got to be Michael Irvin, man. They're both, bigger framed receivers. And no, the only thing Irvin has that Julio doesn't is some rings, but Julio's still pretty early in his career. Well, not early, but he's not old yet, so he can definitely still get a ring somewhere.
Alright guys, I had the Ravens next, and my pick was showing some love to some linemen out there. I got Marshall Yonda. He's a 6-time Pro Bowler. He has a ring with the Ravens. I think he'll make the Hall of Fame for sure. He's one of the better linemen in the game right now.
Alright, next on my list, the Buffalo Bills. This was a pretty easy one, because the Bills don't have much talent right now. Well, like, older talent, I guess, who've already proven themselves. Anyways, I took LaShawn McCoy. I'm comparing him to Barry Sanders, man. They're both, like, really fast, agile backs who can just, change the momentum of the game, really.
Next up, we got the Panthers. I went with Luke Kuechly. He was a Rookie of the Year. He's got a Defense Player of the Year under his belt. 5 Pro Bowls, the smartest linebacker in the game, and in my opinion, for sure a Hall of Famer.
Alright, next on my list, from the Chicago Bears. Honestly, for me, it's a little too early to tell. So a lot of young guys on that team. But if I had to choose one, I just put down Jordan Howard. I mean, he has a lot of potential, I would say. It's like really good young running back. I think he can definitely have a really good career and a shot at the Hall of Fame.
Alright, next up we got the Bengals. I went with AJ Green. He's a 7-time Pro Bowler, has 8,000 plus receiving yards. Arguably a top 5 receiver in the league.
Next up, IK. I know he retired, but no one else on that team was even close, so I just Joe Thomas from the Browns.
Oh, he's definitely a Hall of Famer, and I can't see anybody else.
He retired.
Yeah.
He retired. All I could think of was Joe Thomas, man. No one else was even close.
They have
Like,
a lot of young guys on that team that could
yeah, for
eventually
sure.
prove themselves, but as of right now, Joe
Have not.
Thomas. Next up on our list, we have the Cowboys. I went with another lineman and Zach Martin. Oh, this is a nice play. Got you though. I went with another lineman and Zach Martin. He's started and played 64 out of 64 games. He's made 4 Pro Bowls. He's part of one of the best offensive lines in the history of the NFL.
That's who I would have chose. Next up, from the Denver Broncos. TK, you want to make a guess for this one?
Peyton Manning. Realistically, from the Broncos, I feel like you were gonna go like Von Miller.
Yeah, I went Von Miller. Me personally being a defensive player, just watching him, rush the quarterback. It's really like, showing how dominant someone can be on defense. I compared him to, like, TK, don't get mad about this, but like a Lawrence Taylor. Like,
Lawrence Taylor is a
just
great.
like an absolute pass rusher. Like, Lawrence Taylor single-handedly won a game against the Lions.
Yeah.
It's arguable. But, obviously comparing someone to the greatest defensive player of all time, but I don't know. I just think, they're very similar.
All right, guys. Next up, we got the Lions. Brady, you want to take a guess at who I picked?
Is it that thought, Stafford?
Yes, it is. I think it's because he's got a Pro Bowl. He owns just about every Lions passing record. He's a great quarterback, but underappreciated definitely. But there's no one more deserving on the Lions roster.
As much as I make fun of him, I'll give it to him. He's a pretty good quarterback. All right, guys. So we plan. Me and TK, if you don't know, we plan videos ahead. Like last night we were texting. I pitched him the idea. He said he liked it. So we straight up take pencil and paper, write down our answers, right? So we got to think about them. The Packers were such a tough decision for me. I sat there and I thought, you know what? I think Clinton Dix deserves this one. No, I'm messing with all you. It's Rodgers, obviously. Don't even have to explain next player.
Yeah, I got another tough decision. The Texans, Jadeveon Clowney. Do I go with T.J. Yates? Nah, without a doubt, gotta go J.J. Watt. I don't have to explain this one.
He's so good for the press, man. Like,
But not only, he's one of the greatest defensive players to ever play it.
for sure. Next on my list, I had the Kansas City Chiefs. I kind of thought about it. I gotta stay out these Tampa 2s. But I ended up choosing Travis Kelce. But I don't know,
Over
to
Eric
me,
Berry?
yeah.
Wow.
I kind of thought Kelce, and I'm like, man, he just kind of shows. I think he's a good comparison to Kellen Winslow, I'd say.
Next, we got the Jaguars. I went with a younger player on that defense, of course, and I went with Jalen Ramsey. I think he's a young player that's gonna show great things. I was not paying attention. I think he's a young player that's gonna do great things in this league. He's already one of the better corners in the league, arguably the best. One of the best corners in the league.
The best. From the Vikings. This was a tie for me. 2 defensive players. One of them, God, I am ass. One of them, Xavier Rhodes. Huge corner. Freaking Matt, what is he, 6'3", 6'4"?
The guy is ridiculously tall.
Yeah, for a corner, he is just massive. And it's crazy, at his height, you still see him locking down, 5'10" AB. Who's, probably a lot faster than him, but... Yeah,
he gets the job done.
Down. And then, he tied with Harrison Smith, just because Harrison Smith is, the guy makes plays, that's all I can say.
Next up, we got one of the new Dolphins that just signed there this offseason in Frank Gore. How much do I really have to say about Frank Gore to make you guys know that he's going to make the Hall of Fame? Oh, big play with Zach Ertz.
Alright, guys. Next up on the list is the Saints. I mean, pretty easy. It's Drew Brees, man. You know, I've been trying to compare every player to someone in the Hall of Fame. You can't compare Breeze to anyone else. He's just such a one-of-a-kind guy.
All right, guys. Next up, we got the Patriots. I think it was an easy decision to go with Rex Burkhead. He's a nice running back. He'll definitely make the Hall of Fame. There's not really much I need to explain for this one. All right, let's just move on. No, I'm definitely going with Tom Brady. That one we really don't have to explain.
When? I went through I went up and down the roster. Put this in. Put this in. I looked up and down the roster so many times. I'm sorry, Jets fans. You guys suck. You guys will always suck.
All right, next we got my favorite team, the New York Giants. I could have gone Odell. I could have gone Landon Collins, but those guys were young. I'm not going to say unproven, but they don't have any rings, so I went with Eli Manning. He's got 2 rings under his belt. Hopefully he can get one more before he retires.
All right, next up, guys. From the Philadelphia Eagles, I narrowed it down to 2 players and ended up choosing one. Darren Sproles. Definitely think he should be a Hall of Famer.
All right, next up we got the Raiders. I picked one of the better defensive players in the league, Khalil Mack. He's a 3-time Pro Bowler. He's already got a Defensive Player of the Year under his belt. I think he'll just, continue that good start to his career and continue forward.
From the Los Angeles Chargers, I chose Phillip Rivers. I mean, no question, I don't think. That draft class of quarterbacks, Eli, Ben, Phillip, is just such a strong class.
All right, I'm glad you brought up that 2004 quarterback draft class because we've already got Eli. You just said Phillip. And next up with the Steelers, I had to go with Big Ben. He's got 2 Super Bowls. I think he'll make the Hall of Fame with his other 2 draft class quarterbacks in Phillip Rivers and Eli Manning.
All right, guys. So next, I had the Seattle Seahawks. And, choice wasn't that hard. Earl Thomas.
For the San Francisco 49ers, I showed some more love to some linemen. I went Joe Staley. Mans is a 6-time Pro Bowler. He started 158 out of 158 games, which I actually didn't know until researching this video, and it's pretty impressive.
Next up from the Bucks, I chose Gerald McCoy. Pretty good run stopper, I know for sure. I know he's not a huge pass rusher.
The Los Angeles Rams next. I could have gone with a lot of guys on that defense, but I went with somebody who's a bit more proven in Aaron Donald. He's got a Defensive Player of the Year under his belt this season. He's got that Defensive Rookie of the Year, 4 Pro Bowls. What more can you really say about him? He's man's beast.
Okay, guys. So next up on the list is the Washington Redskins, and basically, pretty easy decision. Redskins definitely, no, they're not even that young. There's just no excuse. They just kind of suck. They have a really bad roster. There's one little bright spot, I guess, and it's Trent Williams.
Last up on my side of the list, we got the Titans. I went with 2 young players. I think they'll be one of the better players in their respective positions by the time they retire. And I went with Jack Conklin and Kevin Byard. Conklin, man, he started 32 out of 32 games for a great start to his young career. He's only 23 years old and he's already made a first-team All-Pro. Byard, we all know what he did last year. He got the Pro Bowl, led the league in picks. I think that's a sight to see for the rest of his career to come. Alright guys, as we start to wrap up this video, we just wanted to mention that we will be doing Madden 19 videos upon its release. We got all types of videos planned. We're going to do some squads with us 2 and a buddy of ours, Jace. We're going to do some other videos. We got some ideas coming to you. Brady will still be doing some Fortnite vids.
I'm going to apologize now for when the new Madden comes out, obviously, because I live in Canada. When the day the game comes out, I am traveling to Chicago for 9 days. So I'll be able to record in the hotel. I'm not sure what the Wi-Fi switch is at the hotel, though. And obviously I'm in this state, so I can't really use my data.
Yes. But I should be pumping out Madden 19 videos when I get the game. I've already pre-ordered it. I'll have it the day it releases. So we'll get some of those videos out to you guys.
I am getting it release date, but I'm not... Wait, okay, so yeah, I'll be able to play release date, but yeah. Alright guys, so if you did like the concept of this video, there's good news. Actually, right after this is done recording, TK and I will be filming an NBA version, you know, so we can just edit it together. But we do stockpile videos and kind of, you know, upload them at different times so we can, for sure, one video a day.
Yeah, we are stockpiling just in case he can't record when he takes this trip to Chicago. So
Yeah.
we're definitely gonna have videos up for you when he's gone. I might do a couple solo videos on Madden 19. We'll get all those videos out to you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. But we'll see you guys in the NBA Future Hall of Famers video. See ya.